Omega-3 fatty acids are essential nutrients that support overall health. But how can you overcome some of the challenges associated with omega-3s, such as gastric reflux or fish burps? Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is William Axtell, and today I'm joined by Dr. Andrew Myers and Dr. Jing Lin to discuss how the right dosage forms can overcome these challenges. Dr. Myers is a top expert on natural medicines and the formulation of dietary supplements. He has formulated whole nutritional lines for international companies and is currently both CEO and Chief Science Officer at Nutrigenetics LLC. Dr. Lin is a specialist in softgel dosage forms and has authored or co-authored several patents in this area. She is currently Innovation and Development Services Manager at Catalent and brings her 19 years of nutritional supplements and OTC formulation development to today's discussion. Just before we get started, I have a couple of housekeeping items to go over. If you have any questions for our panel, please type them in the Q&A box below and hit the submit button. We will try to answer as many questions as time allows. If you experience any technical difficulties while viewing the webinar, please refresh your browser as this clears up the majority of problems. If this doesn't help, then just type your issue into the Q&A box and a member of our technical team will assist you. Okay, with that cleared up, I would like to hand off to our first speaker. Andrew, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be able to address the trends and health benefits in omega-3s. As you heard, our agenda today is going to be an overview of omega-3 fatty acids, and I'm going to talk a little bit about market statistics and key positioning, the importance of omega-3 fatty acids from a supplemental perspective, and their critical importance to health across all life stages. Then we'll do a deeper dive into 3 areas of health specifically backed by scientific research: cardiovascular health, brain health and cognitive function, and eye health. Let's start first with a few market statistics. When we look at omega-3 in the supplement category, what we find is there are $3.7 billion worth of sales in retail value across the globe. From 2017 to 2021, the compound annual growth rate for the category is expected to be in the 4.2% range, leading to absolute growth of approximately $674 million over that same period. As we look at the category, what we see is that marine-based oils dominate the category with nearly 88% of the formulations. However, plant-based oils, which represent about 12% of the category, are actually growing at a faster rate of approximately 3%. The key positioning of these omega-3 fatty acids includes a range of health conditions, including heart, cognitive and eye health, immune health, joint health, men's and women's health, skin health, and sports nutrition. When we think about the importance of supplementing with omega-3 fatty acids, there are a few considerations that we must examine. The first is dietary intake. And it happens that most of us today do not get enough EPA and DHA in our diet. In fact, in the U.S. alone, it's estimated that between 72,000 and 96,000 people die annually from issues related to insufficient intake of omega-3 fatty acids like EPA and DHA. As we are all most likely somewhat deficient, it's important to point out that while there are serious health concerns related to that lack of intake, there are also very strong benefits when we optimize our levels of omega-3s. Those individuals with the highest intake of EPA and DHA in research are reported to have the lowest rates of all-cause mortality, stroke mortality, and cardiovascular and coronary heart disease. So while deficiency causes significant health problems, sufficiency or optimization of intake actually provides a broad protective value for individuals across several different health concerns. Now, the great thing about optimizing your omega-3 is that it doesn't take a lot to close that nutritional gap. In terms of increasing your status of omega-3, it has to do with consumption of healthy levels of fatty fish, as well as the inclusion of suitable dietary supplements in your daily health regimen. Now, as we look to formulate products to assist in bringing optimal levels of omega-3, EPA, and DHA to individuals, it helps to understand the different roles that EPA and DHA play in the biochemistry of the body. As we look at EPA, what we understand is that in the body, it is involved predominantly in the healthy regulation of cellular inflammation. And by healthy regulation, what I mean is that EPA helps us to keep inflammation at low levels, meaning that we are not suffering under those concerns where inflammation has a proactive effect. The next item in terms of omega-3 is DHA. And DHA is more of a structural component in lipid membranes, improving the health and function of those same membranes. So while EPA is more on the biochemical side with regards to inflammation, DHA is more of a structural component in our cells. Together, these two compounds, these two essential fatty acids, have the benefit of reduction of triglycerides, anti-inflammatory, and the increase in HDLs. As I said at the beginning of my discussion, omega-3 fatty acids play a role across all genders and all life stages. So when we look at children's health, what we find is that omega-3s are important for brain and immune health, as well as bone health. When we consider women's health issues, we find that omega-3s play a critical role in prenatal nutrition, hormonal balance, and skin health. For men, we know that omega-3s are related to prostate function and certainly can play a positive role in terms of sports nutrition. And for seniors, omega-3s are directly related to heart health, joint health, and eye health. For today, what I want to focus on are some of the most researched benefits of omega-3 fatty acids. And to do so, we're going to examine three areas: heart health, brain health, and eye health specifically. When we think about heart health, one of the things that we have to add into our understanding is what has become a new paradigm in the prevention of cardiovascular disease. And that has to do with endothelial health and function. If you're not familiar with the endothelium, it's a thin layer of cells that line the interior surface of our circulatory system, including the heart, the blood vessels, and even the smallest capillaries. It's estimated that there are over 6 trillion endothelial cells throughout the 100,000 miles of blood vessels in the body. This thin layer of cells maintains an uninterrupted surface that supports healthy blood flow, allowing blood to flow smoothly to every part of the body, and the endothelial cells actually play a role in regulating blood pressure. Now, when the endothelium becomes dysfunctional, or we have endothelial dysfunction in place, what we can understand is that this dysfunction is actually a reversible condition that is caused by poor lifestyle as well as aging. As damage occurs to the endothelium's structural integrity and its function, what we find is that the health of these cells, these critical cells, is actually compromised. One of the first steps in the creation of atherosclerosis, or plaque buildup in the arteries, is this endothelial dysfunction that elevates the risk for heart attack and stroke. There are several factors that affect endothelial function, and what I'd like to do is just briefly describe those. The first, of course, is age. As we age, we know that endothelial function is impacted. There's gender, family history, physical activity, or more specifically, a lack of physical activity. A sedentary lifestyle can be very damaging to the endothelial function. Insulin resistance, hyperglycemia or high blood sugar, smoking, visceral fat and obesity, hypertension, and dyslipidemia all have an impact on the health and function of our endothelium from a risk factor standpoint. As we transition from our understanding of the endothelium to omega-3's benefits in those cells as well as throughout the cardiovascular system, what we can see is that omega-3s are considered to have a number of positive effects in this cardiovascular system, including the reduction of triglycerides. Consuming optimal amounts of omega-3 in the diet has been shown to reduce triglycerides, slow the buildup of plaque in our arteries, and support healthy, normal blood pressure. In addition to those benefits, we know that EPA and DHA, as they are incorporated into the cell membranes of all of our cells in our body, play a role in helping to reduce and manage inflammatory chemical reactions in the body. These two benefits, as well as several others, help to decrease the risk of coronary artery disease when we have optimal levels of omega-3. And several studies show that fish and fish oil consumption decreases our risk of coronary heart disease mortality. As we look to build formulations that help to extend and expand the benefits of omega-3s, we oftentimes combine those critical nutrients, EPA and DHA, with other nutritional compounds. And what I'd like to talk to you a little bit about are other key nutrients that we find great benefit in terms of combination formulations that, as I said, extend and expand the benefits of omega-3 when taken supplementally. The first I'd like to talk about is a product called Cordiart. Cordiart is a natural retinoside extract that comes from fruit and helps to support healthy circulation. Cordiart has a direct benefit on the endothelial function. It helps to improve one's inflammatory status, reducing levels of inflammation, and other metabolic parameters. In combination with omega-3, what we believe is that formulations that include these two ingredients, as well as some of the others that I'm going to speak about, provides an extension of the benefits beyond what each individual ingredient or nutrient can provide. So we'll oftentimes combine those ingredients with things like cocoa flavanols. Now, cocoa flavanols, of course, have received a lot of attention as the health benefits of chocolate and cacao have become more prominent. The flavonols in cocoa are considered to be antioxidants that actually help to support the health and function of our blood vessels, including those endothelial cells that are found in the inner lining. Green tea extract. Green tea being a food or a nutrient that has been taken in for thousands of years by several cultures, shown to have potent antioxidant activity, which can actually help protect and support healthy cholesterol levels. And last but not least, if we're talking about cardiovascular health, and combination with omega-3, we should talk about vitamin D3, which helps support healthy vascular tissues as well as healthy blood pressure levels. As we move from cardiovascular and heart health to brain health, what we see is that omega-3 fatty acids play an essential role in both the health and structure of our brain. In fact, about 60% of our brains are made up of fat. And a large part of that fat is actually the structural component that I spoke about earlier, DHA, or docosahexaenoic acid. Each of our 100 billion brain cells is encased like a little balloon by a sheath or a membrane made up of 2 layers of fat. DHA is a critical component in that bilipid layer that surrounds our cells. Now this bilipid layer or membrane that surrounds our cells is involved in the eliminations of toxins, the uptake of nutrients, and the sending and receiving of messages between cells. The more fluid and flexible our fatty membranes, the better they function in terms of the relay and transport of information, and the more flexible, the healthier our cells are from an overall perspective. Now, when we look at the specific benefits of omega-3s in terms of brain health, what we see is that under the heading of development and function, DHA, as we talked about, is a key structural component in brain and nerve tissue, and it plays a vital role in the development of our brain throughout our entire lifespan, especially important when we are children and in terms of aging adults. Omega-3s are also important in terms of cell signaling and communication. We talked about the power of DHA to increase the fluidity of cell membranes, which improves cell signaling and communication, especially when we're talking about neurotransmitters in the brain and their importance in terms of the overall functionality of different aspects of our neurons. In the case of Alzheimer's disease, there is considered to be an accumulation of what are called nerve tangles in the brain. There is some preliminary research that shows that omega-3s can actually help the body to manage these tangles and may have a positive effect in terms of Alzheimer's. Again, as we look to formulate for brain health in combination with omega-3, there are several key nutrients that we can talk about. The first that we like to look to in terms of combination with omega-3 is a nutrient called cognizin. Now, cognizin is a acetylcholine that is specialized in terms of its ability to support the energy-producing centers in the brain. As it turns out, our brains are only about 2% of our body weight, but at rest, our brains actually consume about 20% of our body's energy. So the process of thought and the creation of emotions and the actual function of the brain is extremely energy intensive. Cognizin, which is a patented form of acetylcholine, actually helps to supply the brain with the energy that it needs to stay sharp and improve its function. Ginkgo biloba is a standardized extract of an herb which contains flavonoids that actually are integrated into the vasculature of the brain and help to improve blood flow. It may be that the flavonoid compounds within ginkgo are actually helping to assist in the health of the endothelium within the circulatory system of the brain. Another key nutrient in terms of brain function is choline. Choline combines very well with omega-3 in terms of its synergistic benefits, as that choline stimulates and supports the production of neurotransmitters and is beneficial in terms of supporting memory and mental clarity. Last but not least, and you've heard this again before, vitamin D3 is also a critical nutrient in terms of brain health, combining very well with the benefits of omega-3 in the support of enzymes in the brain that are involved in neurotransmitter synthesis and nerve growth. As we focus our attention from the brain and move to eye health, another key concern that we see as we age, what we find is that omega-3s, again, play a very important role in terms of a number of health concerns related to the eye. In fact, when we talk about age-related concerns, macular degeneration, or age-related macular degeneration, is a disease that is associated with aging that gradually destroys the sharp and central vision in the eye. A critical component of that macular degeneration is the absorption of blue light, which comes from natural light, but also, more importantly now, seems to be emitted from our screens, computer screens, phone screens, and that blue light has a damaging effect. What we know is that there are certain nutrients, like carotenoids, that can actually protect the light receptors or photoreceptors in our eyes, in our retina, that actually protect the macula from light damage. Now, the density of the pigments in our macula, which are predominantly composed of nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin, are absolutely essential for proper vision. But again, unfortunately, as we age, the density of these pigments coming from nutrition declines over time. So, as we look to a strategy to support the health and function of our eyes as we age, supplemental nutrients which target the macula can actually improve the health and support healthy vision as we move into our later years. When we look at omega-3 specifically within the realm of eye health, again, we have to point out that both DHA and EPA are nutrients that are important for visual development and visual performance throughout our life. Studies suggest that omega-3s can actually help to protect adult eyes from macular degeneration by enriching neural tissues and the photoreceptor cells in the eye. It's believed that DHA is one of those structural components that helps to improve the health of the eye throughout the course of our lives. And if we look beyond macular degeneration to other concerns like dry eye syndrome, what we find is that omega-3 helps to protect the eyes both from the damage from light, but also can help in terms of modulating the inflammatory chemicals called prostaglandins that are considered to be involved in the cause of dry eye syndrome. What EPA and DHA do is they help to reduce and improve the natural inflammatory response in the eye, helping to reduce the incidence of dry eye. Once again, combining omega-3s with other nutrients from a formulation perspective on a supplemental basis enhances and builds on the benefits that we see from just supplementing omega-3 by themselves. So as we look to key nutrients in terms of eye health, we can focus, no pun intended, on nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin. As I mentioned, these are antioxidants which are concentrated in the macula and protect that sensitive tissue from the damaging effects of oxidation from radiation or radiant light. Bilberry extracts are very powerful antioxidants which, again, help to protect the macula with pigments that are actually concentrated in that tissue and prevent the damaging effects, again, of oxidation. Astaxanthin is a very interesting and important nutrient in terms of eye health. It is considered to play a protective role on DHA. DHA being a structural component of the eye that can be damaged as we aged. Astaxanthin, when concentrated in the eye tissue, appears to protect DHA from free radical damage. Last but not least, we know that zinc, as a trace mineral, plays an important role in terms of nutrition for eye health. With that overview, I'd like to conclude by just pointing out the incredible and important benefits that omega-3 fatty acids provide across all life stages, especially in the promotion of our heart, brain, and eye health. Because widespread omega-3 deficiency is so common, it is of critical importance and something that I recommend highly that everyone supplement their dietary intake with a high-quality, high-potency omega-3 product to ensure that your levels are optimal. When you combine those benefits that we've talked about for omega-3 fatty acids with other nutrients, what we get is an expansion of the health and functional effects of omega-3 as we augment and support the biochemistry of our bodies, improving the functionality of our cells through multiple mechanisms. With that, I'll say thank you for listening and pass the call back over to William.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Myers, for that really great presentation and overview of omega-3. With that, I guess it's time to hand off for our second presentation of the day. Jing, take it away.
Thank you, William. Hi, everyone. Dr. Myers has presented a wide range of omega-3 benefits, and I would like to introduce to you how we can deliver those benefits through innovative dosage forms. Agenda today covers Catalent's consumer-first commitment and consumer challenges with omega-3 fatty acids, and how innovative dosage forms can address those challenges to help to enter the omega-3 market. These include several innovative dosage forms, examples, and I also would like to briefly cover formulating for product quality and stability, and the Catalent expertise in development of nutraceutical omega-3 softgel capsules. Catalent has a consumer-first commitment, and this is demonstrated through innovative dosage forms designed to address specific consumer needs. And we employ quality by design in formulation and manufacturing process to deliver superior product qualities. And this is based on many years of deep development expertise. What are the consumer challenges with omega-3 fatty acids? Fishy reflux, large capsule size, difficult to swallow, and for vegetarians, we prefer plant-based capsule shells, and liquid is inconvenient to take, and fish oils is mainly odoriferous. So how can we translate those consumer needs to desirable product benefits? These include taste masking and odor masking, reduced gastric reflux, better bioavailability, easy to swallow, animal-free material, and for safe and effective delivery. I'd like to introduce you the soft gel delivery platforms by Catalent that to help you to enter omega-3 market. How this innovative dosage form can address the omega-3 challenges? So for taste and odor masking, we have easy burst chewables. For reduced gastric reflux, we have omega-0 anti-reflux. To have better bioavailability, we offer self-emulsifiable technology. For easy to swallow, we offer OptiGel Micro. These are micro soft gels. For animal-free, we offer VGCAP's plant-based capsules. All of them consist of artificial soft gels. I'd like to now introduce each dosage form briefly. For easy burst chewable technologies, it is an optimal solution for supplement category. It can encapsulate omega-3s, multivitamins, minerals, and combination supplements, and herbal extracts. In a home use test, the Easy Burst omega-3 was preferred by supplement users for its strong consumer appeal, more convenient, and enjoyable experience. Yeah, I'd like to give you a couple of examples. First is Fish Oil Easy Burst Chewable Heart Health Formula. It combines the EPA, DHA, and vitamin E with the easy to chew and pleasant taste dosage forms. The second example is the Kids High DHA Algal Chewables for brain health. We can use high concentrated algal oil to deliver DHA 200 milligrams. The chewable dosage form provides a pleasant experience, high DHA content, and the better bioavailability as compared to swallowable dosage forms. And it contains natural sweetness and flavors. The second example is the Kids Fish Oil Bilberry Chewables for eye health. This formulation contains concentrated fish oil plus bilberry fruit extract. VGCAP capsule technology contains all the advantage of artificial soft gels plus more. It is plant-based, shell-free of all animal derivatives. It's GMO, gluten, and sugar-free. It fits with healthy lifestyles, dietary and religious restrictions, and it's softer than gelatin soft gels, making it easy to swallow. And it's odor taste-free for improved consumer compliance. It's available in a variety of colors, shapes, size, and clarity. Catalent VGCAP capsule products is preferred by supplement users. It's shown in the 87% of purchase interest and 84% of unique versus traditional forms, and 2/3 of supplement users would switch to VGCAPs. Here are a few VigiCap capsules product concept examples. Blue light VigiCap capsules for eye health. This formulation combined DHA, GLA, lutein zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, and bilberry extract. Dr. Mayer has introduced the benefit of all those health nutritional ingredients. And it can be delivered in a plant-based VigiCap capsules. And VigiCap capsules for brain health is another example. This formula can contain DHA, cetylcholine, choline phospholipid, and vitamin D3. They are a combination of crucial brain supportive nutrients that help support cognitive health. Another innovative dosage form is OptiGel microtechnology. The benefit of this product is it's a unique delivery form. It's the smallest softgel size available and easy to swallow than tablets and conventional softgels, and also easy to customize dosage based on consumer need. The dosage can be adjusted by the quantity of the micro softgels. It's very portable and good for active consumers on the go. An example of OptiGel micro product. Fish oil OptiGel micro soft gels for heart health. Omega-3, DHA, EPA, ALA support overall heart health by reducing triglyceride, regulating cellular inflammation, and increasing LDL. This dosage form can encapsulate vegetable oils, algal oils, and marine oils. I'd like to introduce the advanced technology that is Omega-0 anti-reflux technology. Omega-0 anti-reflux capsules can reduce fishy reflux, and it does not contain coating. The benefit of this dosage form is reduced reflux, improved palatability for odoriferous oils such as fish oil and garlic oil. It's self-emulsifiable. The emulsion helps achieve maximum desired effect. The flavored oils in the field provides enhanced taste masking for challenging ingredients. The anti-reflux benefits help improve consumer adherence. An example of Omega-0 anti-reflux is fish oil for heart health. And apart from fish oil, other odoriferous oils can be encapsulated in the same dosage form, such as salmon oil, cod liver oil, tuna, and krill oil. Here are two Omega-0 anti-reflux product concept examples. Anti-reflux Omega-3 for heart health. Using fish oil concentrated 1,000 milligrams that can deliver potent high input of EPA and DHA up to 700 milligrams. And in a reflux-free or anti-reflux excipient base. And combining with the VigiCap technology, this anti-reflux formulation can be encapsulated in the plant-based shell. Second example is Omega-3 for eye health. The formulation combines DHA, lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin. This formulation can be in either gelatin-based soft gel or plant-based VigiCaps. Here is a summary of the innovative dosage forms to enter the Omega-3 market. The VigiCap capsules, it's a plant-based gel with all the advantage of soft gels plus wider compatibility with plant extracts and nutrient ingredients. It fits with today's healthy aging lifestyle, even easier to swallow than gelatin soft gels, and meets dietary religious restrictions. And there's no animal-derived ingredients. Easy Burst Chewables. It's a range of flavored feel with good mouthfeel in a quick dissolving chewable shell. It's easy to take, leading to improved compliance, great tasting flavors with ability to take mass nutrients. Microcapsules. The micro-sized capsules range from 1 to 7 millimeters in diameter. They are small as soft gels, easy to swallow, and flexible dosing based on pediatric and senior consumer need. Omega-3 anti-reflux capsules. The field formulation that, upon ingestion, form dispersion with high surface area that potentially can increase bioavailability of nutrients, as well as reduce reflux associated with smelly oils. It reduces gastric side effects, namely the reflux of fish oils, and reduces variability in absorption and impact of age-related physiological changes. It also minimizes or eliminates food effect. Now, how we deliver these innovative dosage forms? We apply quality by design principles in formulation and manufacturing process because omega-3 is sensitive to oxidation and light, and they smell and taste fishy when oxidized. So it's critical to protect these oils from oxidation during manufacturing and shelf life. Combining omega-3 with other supplements provides more benefits. However, this introduces complexity, such as ingredient interactions, degradations that reduce shelf life. So through quality by design in formulation, we apply antioxidant into the fish oil and ensure the potency of all actives meet specification, and apply stability overages to sensitive ingredients, and select more stable forms of nutrients. We also apply quality by design principles in manufacturing. The active ingredients are protected throughout the manufacturing process. To ensure the products that meet shelf life, and Catalent conducts stability on cold stock products. And also conduct stability studies for customer for specific products at request. Both chemical and physical stabilities are tested. Currently, over 70 products are on ongoing stability study. Catalent has deep development expertise. We are inventors then and inventors now. Catalent has a tradition in innovation. It starts from R.P. Scherer in 1930s. R.P. Scherer invented rotary die softgel machine, and since then the innovation has not stopped. The later additions are the graphic capsules, inline printing, topical twist-off capsules, VG caps, and chewable capsules. Now it concludes my presentation. I hope you find the information helpful and useful in areas of your work and life. Thank you. I'll pass it to William.
Thank you, Jing, for that great presentation. With that, it's time to turn to the question and answer portion of today's webinar. Just to remind everyone, please feel free to type any questions you have into the Q&A box below. Our speakers would love to hear from you and answer any queries you may have. Okay, so it's time for our first question. And we have, how does Omega-0 technology help reduce reflux? And how is it different from other coated omega-3 products? I think that one might be for Dr. Lin.
Sure. Thanks, Will. How does the Omega-0 technology help reduce reflux? The technology is based on a Catalent patent. It contains the surfactants and odor masking agent. The surfactants emulsify fish oil or other odoriferous oils into droplets once capsule ruptures in stomach. It aids the digestive process by increasing the surface area of the fish oil, which digests faster. So the reflux is reduced. In addition, the presence of a flavor acts as an odor masking agent. And the combination of the surfactants and odor masking agents provides the effect of reduced reflux. Now, how is it different from other coated omega-3 products? Coated omega-3 products, namely the enteric coated products, they only disintegrate in intestine, while the omega-0 capsules disintegrates in stomach. So the omega-0 is digested at earlier stage, therefore can be absorbed more and faster. It also aided by the digestive enzyme in the stomach. I hope that answers your questions.
Okay, let's try another question. We've got, let's have a look. Are there any advantages of Easy Burst chewable versus gummy? I think that may be another question for Dr. Lin.
Sure. The Easy Burst chewables versus gummy. And the Easy Burst chewables can carry higher loading of EPA, DHA per dose, carry concentrated fish oil, and it does not contain any sugar, so that's another main difference from the gummy. And it gives a different taste sensation. It's a center burst with great tasting flavor, so it provides enjoyable experience and particularly appeal to children. Thank you.
All right. What dosages of omega-3 are recommended for brain health? I guess that would be a Dr. Myers question.
Thank you, Will. In terms of brain health, we really want to focus our attention on DHA. And from a dosage perspective, we should be looking at life stages as well for appropriateness. So for mothers in the prenatal period, 200 to 300 milligrams of DHA a day is appropriate. For children, we're looking at a dosage range between 200 and 300 milligrams a day. And for adults, for prevention or concerns related to cognitive function, 900 milligrams per day of DHA is recommended.
Okay. And I guess perhaps as a follow-up question to that is how do DHA and astaxanthin interact to promote eye health? Maybe Dr. Myers, would that be one for you?
Yes, well, thank you. In fact, that's a very interesting question because astaxanthin and DHA are unique in their functional benefits for eye health. As it turns out, astaxanthin is quite unique among carotenoids, and it's a carotenoid that we don't get from our diet principally like we do some levels of lutein and zeaxanthin. So supplementing with astaxanthin in terms of eye health provides specific benefit because astaxanthin and DHA interact. In fact, in the damage that occurs to our eyes over time from radiation and blue light from our computer and mobile screens, DHA itself, as a structural component of the eye, becomes oxidized or damaged. And what astaxanthin does is it actually protects DHA in the eye structure itself from being oxidized. Our eyes are approximately 30% DHA if we were to measure the dry mass of the eye. And so it's very important that not only do we maintain DHA levels through diet and supplementation in terms of eye health, but we really want to protect that DHA in the eye with the addition of astaxanthin to any supplemental regime because we get so little astaxanthin in our daily diet.
All right then. Looks like I've got another sort of science-based question on omega-3. Should we have more of EPA or DHA for human heart health? I guess that would be Dr. Myers?
Yes, thanks, Will. So in terms of heart health, EPA and DHA play specific functional and beneficial roles, and therefore, in terms of one over the other, they both are so critical that it's important to supplement them both. And one of the things that I would suggest is that it isn't as important to consider the ratios of EPA and DHA, but rather their actual dosage levels. So in terms of optimal heart health, I believe that there's a minimum amount of omega-3 that we need a day, which is about 900 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined in a dosage range of, say, 640 to 650 milligrams of EPA and 250 to 260 milligrams of DHA. And that's a minimum dosage to promote heart health. Those dosage levels can actually be increased, so 900 milligrams of EPA and DHA once or twice a day can be a very effective mechanism for promoting heart health.
Okay. Got a similar question here, which I guess might be a good time to take. It would be for heart health, is there a desired ratio of EPA to DHA? Dr. Myers, would
yeah, that's
you be up
sort
for
of
saying that one?
Yeah, of course. Thank you. That's very similar to what I was just saying. So from a formulation perspective, we often look at fish oil concentrations in terms of EPA and DHA levels. But in terms of therapeutic benefits, we really have to focus more on the dosage of EPA and DHA as opposed to their ratios. In natural fish oil, so fish oil that has been pressed directly from the source fish, the ratio of EPA and DHA is 18 to 12, so 18 parts EPA to 12 parts DHA, or 180 milligrams of EPA to 120 milligrams of DHA in a like dosage. That's a natural ratio. That's just what occurs in fish. But as we are able to concentrate that fish oil, we can actually maximize the dosing of EPA and DHA to have a therapeutic benefit. So when we look at heart health or brain health or eye health, what we really want to focus our attention on are the dosages and not the ratio. And so as I said, for heart health, you want to be in that 900 milligram range of EPA and DHA combined, which is between 640 or 650 milligrams of EPA and DHA levels between 250 milligrams and 260 milligrams per day as a minimum.
Thank you, Dr. Myers. Let's bring Dr. Lim back into the Q&A here with a question. Dr. Jing mentioned that vitamin E inhabits CoQ10. Can she elaborate on that, please?
Yes, this is in terms of the chemical interaction between vitamin E and Q10 in the formulation. It's dependent on the form of vitamin E. What we found is if you use the tocopherol, the alpha tocopherol form, and mix that with Q10, and the Q10 actually degrade over time. So a more stable form would be vitamin E acetate.
Okay. I think that may have brought us to the end of today's webinar. Just see if we've got any more questions. I think, yeah. Okay, that's pretty much all we've got time for today. If we we'll follow up with you if we didn't get around to answering your question today by email in the next few days. I'd like to thank our speakers for being with us today and to remind everyone at home that this webinar will be made available on demand at the end of this broadcast. Catalent themselves will also send an email out in the next few days containing a recap of today's content, a link to the on-demand webinar, and a link to download today's presentation. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.